Good afternoon, everyone. Will Pigeon, Lieutenant Command, co-founder and CEO. I'm going to go through this. We have 10 minutes, so I'm going to go through it very quickly. If you have any questions at the end, feel free to stop by our desk. I was just outside. Let's start off with the video, and we'll run through some slides after that.
The city of Folsom is part of the Sacramento County Fire Service.
We're a very regionalized fire service in that we're all dispatched under the same dispatch center. The operations chief, all four of us in Sac County, have wanted to find a solution for accountability and incident management for a long time. We've always managed our incidents on a piece of paper or a whiteboard with columns on it, and a couple of years ago we started really exploring tablet command, and it's brought a new level of incident management and situational awareness, visibility to the entire county. At this point, doing it all in tablet command, every incoming company officer and chief officer can see what you're doing. They have the situational awareness before arrival at the scene of what your plan is, what mode you're in, where your priorities lie. Tablet command has brought a lot of versatility, real-time situational awareness, interoperability, and advanced accountability to Sacramento County. We're glad to have it. It's been a great tool for us, and we're excited to see what's next.
Excellent. So what is Tablet Command? Tablet Command is a notification response and incident management software that provides actionable real-time data delivered in a firefighter-friendly UI. We do notification. We're delivering notification faster than station alerting, 30 to 60 seconds faster. We provide real-time incident management, so you're using it as a tool to manage your incident. And when you're managing your incident, everyone can see that in real time. Everything's customizable, so when you're on board as a customer, your checklist, your templates are all customizable by your agency. We bring all the data aggregation from drone video to audio to your CAD, AVL, pre-plans, all into one pane of glass. So myself and Andy were both co-founders of Tablet Command. We were working in Contra Costa County Fire when we met each other, and in 2007 we suffered 2 line of duty deaths. Matt and Scott and the Michelle Drive incident rocked our world. But it got the department talking about accountability, incident command, communication, notification, those type of things. Andy was playing Words with Friends. He was dragging a tile out to the board and playing with somebody in Texas, and he thought, why can't this letter represent an engine company with 3 personnel being assigned out to the command board? So we got together and we built Tablet Command. Tablet Command is in use today on every call. So we have over 38,000 users across North America, including in Canada. We've managed over 195,000 incidents. That's not CAD incidents received, that's how many incidents have actually been grabbed and managed delivered by the CAD, by our end users. And we're seeing about 33,000 CAD incidents per day, and we have 14,000 shared vehicle locations. Developed by firefighters for firefighters. Many of the staff in our former or current public safety professionals that work for us. We're in 25 of the top 100 metro cities and 29 of the U.S. states, and we're in over 1,000 agencies. So very simply, this is what you would see as a company officer or as a county chief from a CAD perspective. So the calls just show up like you might see them on a CAD. We can integrate into any CAD. In terms of incident management, this is what it looks like. The units show up on the left as an unassigned column here on the left by alarm level. Just to give you one small little glimpse of how powerful Tablet Command is in terms of how much time you're saving or how much focus you have. Today, if you're calling the communication center, you're saying, who's on my second or third alarm? If you listen to the radio traffic and you time it, it takes 60 seconds per alarm level. So if you run through that and you start writing those down, you're now subject to transposition errors, handwriting errors, and as soon as you finish that transmission with the dispatcher, a unit could have swapped out. With Tablet Command, they're instantly just popping up. So if CAD is assigning them or they're closer, and they're getting pulled off a medical, for example, those are going to populate. So when they're arriving, it's just a drag and drop to give them an assignment. We also can change the orientation in the application, or you can as a user, so you can just flip it. So if you want to manage this, such as like a high rise, you can just drag and drop units to the digital floor. Checklist, you can pull up the checklist whenever you have time. You can use this to jog your memory for those high-risk, low-frequency incidents, or use it as to timestamp every action that you're taking on the incident. Also support managing in a map view, so you just simply drag and drop those same units, groups, and divisions out to the map. Everything that you do inside Tablet Command is timestamped and recorded, so you can export this out for your neighbor's recorder and just copy and paste it into the narrative sections. So one of the things that we built back in 2016 based off customer requests was the ability to have the MDT component. So now many of our customers are doing this, they're utilizing this as an MDT replacement. So instead of having two screens, the legacy tough book and Tablet Command in a rig, we merged it essentially into one. So what we did was we added a status button. These status buttons are configurable. You know, some of the centers you may be in are LAAFCA centers, and whoever wrote those codes for whatever the CAD codes are in terms of those status codes may not make sense. You can change the color, you can change what it says, you can change what's available and what's visible to the firefighters or the chiefs that are in the rigs. In terms of integration, again, like I mentioned earlier, we try to bring everything into one pane of glass so you're not distracted looking at pre-plans, files, maps, checklists. We try to bring everything in. So I'm going to show you two integrations where we can take live drone video based off your current drones, if you have a drone program, bring that into the application to see it while you're managing the incident.
We're 700 feet from the Delaware, so we went on to a mile and a half, our first search pattern, and we cut it back to a mile.
Okay, so that's one example. This is another example in San Mateo County. We had a fifth alarm incident. This is from within Tablet Command. The video stops. It's not Tablet Command that's stopping, it's the video feed that's stopping. But you can see that you can leave this up. You can have a drone feed from whether it be somebody you're looking for that jumped off the bridge, or you're just getting an overwatched view from a drone. You can keep that in Tablet Command. So anyone responding, or any incident commander, or anybody that's on the incident can see that all under one pane of glass. Staffing integrations. One of the problems that you have with the communication center and dealing with multiple agencies is they might have different staffing integrations. So we just had First View up here. They're providing a staffing solution, maybe telestaff, crew sense, depending on the agency. You can integrate those all into Tablet Command. And so you just tap on the unit inside Tablet Command, and we basically bring that all together under one screen for you. So you can be able to reference who's on what rig inside that communication center, regardless of what agency uses from a staffing solution. Pre-plans and other data sources. So if you have pre-plans, legacy pre-plans, or you're utilizing First View, we can show those points in the map. You can view legacy PDFs stored on the iPad or potentially up in the cloud. This is the alert wildfire cameras. So a lot of our customers will put those out on the map so you can actually pull up the wildfire cameras while you're responding to incidents to give you situational awareness of what you're going to. Another application and a partner that we have is FireMapper. FireMapper is a fire mapping application that was designed by firefighters from Australia. Great application. It allows you to collaborate in real time. Multiple people can be dropping points out on the map. You could have 20 people, 20 different strike team leaders all dropping points on the map, and it's all combined into Tablet Command into one screen. We support also in-app audio, so you can stream that in-app audio right into the application, which makes it great if you're a duty chief. You just plug your headphones in and listen from Tablet Command inside your application if you're 3 in the morning and listening to an incident. Shared AVL, so we're allowed to see, you can see shared AVL from other resources outside your communication center. Just to give you an example, this is LA County shared AVL of customers that we currently have. One of the things that we're working on right now is called incident sharing. So when you're calling, one communication center is calling to another communication center for mutual or automatic aid, the process is a little bit timely. They have to make the phone call, they have to dispatch that unit. The unit that's responding, the agent that's responding doesn't have your CAD, doesn't have your details on the call. So what we're doing is we're working to basically streamline that. So as soon as the first communication center assigns that resource, whatever the second communication center says it is, that information would instantly be available. The same data that the host agency is looking at, you would have that for your auto agency as well. We continue to innovate. Just one feature here, the acknowledge button. This works with any CAD integration. You can basically have any comment wrapped with star, star, star by the dispatcher, and it'll present an acknowledgement to all the units that are assigned. So if you have multiple acknowledgements on an incident, you could have wires down, you could have stage, you could have man with weapon, whatever it may be. Those will all pop up, and every time they click acknowledge, it writes a comment back to the CAD, so you have an inventory of who's actually acknowledged those messages per message. One thing I just want to say is we're not just a company or just a product or just a service. We're a partner with our customers. One of the things that we do, we have Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton that are just hit the Florida coasts. We have the disaster pricing. So basically, if you call us and you say, hey, we had a line of duty death, we have units coming in, we'll give you surge pricing, no cost for bringing in those agencies. Another partnership that we just had with the City of Arcadia is we worked with Connected Signals to do a custom integration for their traffic preemption solution. Another example is we were doing infrastructure updates on this last Tuesday, and somebody in Florida called us and said, can you hold off because we have Milton approaching and we just don't want to get any changes. So we postponed that, working with our customers. Another story that's from a successful customer support standpoint is West Sac, Sacramento, and Sac City. West Sac suffered a line of duty up just a couple weeks ago. Engineer dropped on the training grounds, and the City of Sacramento went to cover West Sacramento, cover the entire department. Within 25 minutes, we had incident sharing enabled for West Sac and Sacramento to cover all the calls, so they basically could see it, and there was essentially all the units from Sacramento had the exact same details that they had in West Sac on their calls. And they were covering the city, they had the exact same call details, just like they were on their host CAD in West Sac. So that was within 25 minutes we set that up. So we're from the fire service, we understand what you guys are going through, we've lived it, we've breathed it, and so we're here to support you guys. If you have any other questions or want more information, feel free to stop by our booth or visit tabletcommand.com. Thank you so much, have a wonderful rest of your trip.